completed my master's in microbiology from Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology in 2021.
Okay.
Our batch was one of the most unfortunate batch because
in this session of PhD, we have our guest from IISER Bhopal, Biasis Sharma, who recently got into IISER Bhopal PhD program. So he will be sharing his journey, how he made into this PhD program. So hello, welcome Biasis. How are you?
Hi bro, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. So currently you are at Bhopal, right? In your hostel
Yeah,
room,
I'm
right?
at Bhopal in my hostel room.
Let's start with a brief introduction of yours.
Yeah, so my name is Biasis and I completed my master's in microbiology from Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology in 2021.
Okay.
Our batch was one of the most unfortunate batch because COVID was there at that time. So one year I was at the home. And at that time I was not able to get all the practical experiences. I mean the coursework or the practical coursework of my subject. So, but luckily I got into after completing my MSc, I got into IISER CIFA at Bhubaneswar, Central Institute of Freshwater and Aquaculture, and there I worked for 1 year and 3 months. And while working there, I came across the new concept of genomics. That's most precisely metagenomics. In that lab, we were working on fish gut microbiome, where the samples were outsourced for sequencing, but the bioinformatics analysis and other things were done in our lab. So I got a brief idea about
part, right? That was the research part. So mostly you are from OUAT with masters in microbiology and having an experience at CIFA, right?
CIFA, yeah.
Okay. So why you went for project? Why not PhD initially? Or when you had thought of doing PhD, when that thought came to your mind? Yes, you'll be going for PhD. And initially, why you joined for project?
After the completion of my bachelor's degree, I was determined to do PhD. That's why I got into MSc. Otherwise, I would have been joined at any private college for placements in companies, because that would have been better.
Okay.
Because I had already decided to join PhD, that's why I chose the government institution, because they had some kind of brand value in our society.
Okay.
So after that, as I said, I was the most unfortunate batch of COVID. So I had less exposure towards the practical experiences. That's why I planned to join a project. I also, during my 2021 year, I was preparing for JRF exams.
Okay.
But unfortunately, though, no exams happened except GATE and ICMR, I guess. And I gave both of the exams, but I didn't qualify. So I thought of, let's join a lab, get some idea about what the research is, and continue my studies simultaneously. So that's why I got into CIFA. Yeah.
So to increase your hands-on experience, you thought of joining a project, right? So usually in India, what exams is one need to clear to get into PhD program in life sciences?
PhD programs, the basic need right now is the JRF exams. So there are three. There are three funding agencies, that is CSIR, DBT, Department of Biotechnology, and ICMR.
Okay.
So now this year the ICMR exam pattern has been changed. The seat has also been increased from 150 to 300.
Okay.
It is now called as BRET. It is conducted by NTA. And apart from these three exams, we have two more exams. That's GATE and JG Bills. That's TIFR.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you qualify TIFR, also you can get into TIFR institutions. We have 4 to 5 TIFR institutions. Also, the TIFR score is valid in various government institutions like NII, NCCS, Pune, and IISER, and BITS Plan, I guess. There are some institutions, also some of the IISERs also, except IISER Bhopal. All the IISERs takes TIFR score.
TFR, right? That's
So
the exam.
TIFR. Yeah.
So,
if you qualify that exam and
what is the
score a good score of 35, it consists of 80 marks of exam. It's of 2 hours.
Qualification? Is it bachelor's or master? They are allowing
No,
bachelor's.
masters. No, both. Actually, for our life science, you have to qualify the masters.
Okay.
But if you have 4 years of bachelor degree, 4 years, then you can appear for them. Yeah.
Okay. That happens once in a year, right?
Once in a year in December.
Okay. After qualifying that, there are certain institute under that. You can apply any institute under them for your PhD work, right?
There also you have to face the interview. Interviews everywhere.
Okay,
And
so
the
let's
TIFR
focus
institution,
on your PhD journey. So you decided to have more hands-on experience, thus you joined a lab. Then
yeah.
what about the fellowship part? How you manage your studies and all?
So I joined that lab as young professional too.
Okay,
I was getting the amount of 37,000 per month.
that was the
Sorry,
stipend, yeah.
35,000 per month.
Okay,
35, yeah, normal fellowship, according to ICR rules. So I was there. I barely managed to study for the exam because the lab timing was very unstable. I mean, you have to go sometimes by
yeah, there
at
were
night till
experiments, yeah.
12 p.m. That's part, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also that's that the lab is mostly we used to the lab was mostly consisting of fish. So I had very little knowledge about fish. So I had to read some papers about fish. Luckily, we have some of the fishery and zoology students with us. So they helped us a lot. And the PI started doing metagenomic analysis or the study about microbiome because of the two students. I was there and another senior was there. So we got into various trainings, learned something about dry lab, microbiome, metagenomics, and all.
Okay.
So then we started to do the metagenomics works over there.
So that was your experiment part, what you did there, right? And but how you
Yeah,
studied?
yeah,
What are your steps? You took
yeah.
any help of coaching institute or YouTube as your source or books or what are the resources you followed to crack
At the
exam?
time, as I just said, at the time, I was very barely able to manage time for studying my own style,
Mm.
self study.
Mm.
So I mostly depended on YouTube videos like IFS,
Okay,
Unacademy
IIS.
sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah, but I would suggest if anyone preparing for JRF exams and he or she belongs to Odisha, then the YouTube and Pathfinder book will be the best source.
Okay.
Okay, because here in Odisha we are not taught at that level because the syllabus here is not completely matched with the CSR syllabus.
Okay.
Also, the teaching is not that up to the mark in any government institutions, as you know. So you have to do honor by your own. So that's why in order to qualify a particular exam, you need not to study the lot, but you have to study the most important parts. By looking at the previous year questions and the current trend, you have to clear a concept, and in which the YouTube videos and Pathfinder will be the best one.
Okay. And any other help from coaching institutes?
Coaching institute like I said, IFS or something. If you are willing to pay for the courses of IFS or Yon Academy, I would suggest IFS would be better
Okay.
because of the content they give. Also, each and every day syllabus is getting increased.
Okay.
People are studying more, so you have to be up to date with the recent studies and all nowadays, so that you
So
can cope up in
IIS
the exam.
provides a online or offline program or both?
Both, it has both of it. If you can manage to go there study, it will be better, but if you are not, then you can avail the online course.
Okay, so you told that you, with the help of YouTube Pathfinder, you managed to crack, or is there any other resources you followed?
No, there's no other.
YouTube
I,
and
I
Path.
never studied standard books. Yeah, I never studied standard books.
So what do you study then?
The only the Pathfinder and the YouTube videos.
Pathfinder and YouTube will help you to crack what exam?
I qualified GATE exam. I qualified
Yeah.
TIFR exam.
In the
Yeah.
year?
I qualified in 2023 and 2024 also.
24
Both
you
in
qualified
life
GATE.
science and
23 you qualified
yeah,
TFR.
also GATE.
Acha. Or GATE 2 times you have qualified.
Yeah.
Which that's GATE has
Life science and
two
biotechnology.
life
Yeah.
science and biotechnology. You qualified both or what? Or which one you qualified?
Yeah. Both of them.
Both of them qualified. For the TFR, then you must have applied for the PhD program through that course, through that
Yes,
exam.
sir. Yes.
Where you have applied?
Yeah.
Can you please
So they after qualifying the TFR exam, you will be supplied with a Google form.
okay.
Okay. And then you will be supplied with another form, which is in Word format. You have to write a research proposal and supply 2 references. So
Okay.
you can get the reference from any of them if you're HOD or from your institution or the lab you're working at, anything. They will be shared with a link. So they have to upload their reviews.
So which
So after
institute you
that, if
applied for?
I have applied for TIFR Hyderabad, TIFR Mumbai. Actually, these TIFR Hyderabad, Mumbai, NCBS Bangalore, and one other institute, they have a joint application.
Mm-hmm.
So once you apply, you are shortlisted on the basis of their seat availability.
Okay. After application, they will shortlist you for interview round, right?
Yeah.
Then you had an interview round over there.
No, I was not able to get shortlisted at any IITFR because of my low score.
Okay, score. What
Only
they
I was
need for?
only sort. Yeah. So each and every institute has their own cutoff score. If you just qualify the exam, that is not mandatory. I mean, not sufficient. I was only qualified for TIFR Hyderabad.
Okay.
Interview. The rest, like Mumbai and CBS, were not. The cutoff score was high.
Okay, so how was the interview round over there?
The first round interview went pretty well. It was online.
Basically,
The
I'm
faculty,
focusing on what questions they ask so that it might help someone who is seeing.
so yeah, the question was from your dissertation work mostly,
Okay.
and if you have done dissertation only, or if you have any research experience.
Okay, it's mostly from your work only, what you have, right?
And from our work, not from outside the domain. The things you wrote in the in that application form, yeah. Okay. So that's.
So after your interview, they proceeded with other candidates. I mean, you were not selected, right?
Yeah. I was not selected for the first interview. Yeah.
What happened with IISER story? How you, how came into your mind that you will choose IISER for your PhD work or not other institutes?
Okay, so after leaving SIFA, I was very keen to know about the research work going across the country and the kind of institution we have, the kind of work we have done. So after completing 1.3 years in IISER SIFA, I was pretty sure that I want to do my PhD in this particular field of gut microbiome, metagenomics and all. So I kept that in mind. I was focused to do PhD in that particular subject only. So I selected the institution that has this particular, that offers PhD in this particular subject. Okay. So I found that in India you have only 7 to 8 institutions which have which is doing this particular metagenomics and gut microbiome work, and among them only IISER Bhopal is there, which has the which take the students on the basis of GATE score. Okay. Rest other institution take students on the basis of JRF.
So what is the difference between both the fellowship?
So JRF means you will be awarded by an external funded source like CSR, DBT, or ICMR, and you will get contingency. The amount of money you have to spend on chemicals and all. Okay. But in institutional fellowship, also the HRA in external funded projects. But in institutional funded projects, you will not get the HRA and not the contingency. Only JRF.
And institute will pay you.
Yeah, institute will pay you.
Okay. So according to Research Institute, you shortlisted institutes, and from them, IISER Bhopal is one of them, right? So what is the application process? One need to apply through the online portal, or what is the process? Yeah. So basically, you need to first email the professors. Faculty. Okay.
Yeah, that's the best part. So you can be one among the crowd, so that he will know that yes, you are the guy, you are the girl. Send me a mail. So he will or she will remember you. Okay. Yeah. Then once you apply that, they will say the procedure how to apply for the PhD exam, entrance and all. So once I emailed him, he said that no, you have to apply through the IISER PhD program. Yeah, portal. So after that, I applied. I again sent a mail that yes, I have applied, and what to do next. And then he said that okay, it's good that you have applied, and your name is shortlisted, and come and meet me when you're in the campus. Okay. So when I went there, when I came here, so we had 3 rounds. 2.
Okay, yeah.
2 rounds of interview.
Okay.
First round was a written exam, then was 2 rounds of interview.
So basically, what questions they asked in a written exam?
Written exam is basically only in the basic my basic life science like biochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, techniques mostly.
Okay, what are the questions? Can you share us one question so that it might help someone?
I forgot that actually. The questions like mole concept, pH, amino acids, the basics, completely basic question.
So one can do if one knows the basics, he can clear it, right?
He can clear it, yeah.
Okay, well.
So after that, they shortlisted for first round interview. And the first round interview had 3 professors. Okay. And they asked the same basic questions regarding your work, but not advanced, but basic questions. Like I said, I did my dissertation at ICMR, and I did the Staphylococcus aureus. Then said, okay, what Staphylococcus aureus, gram positive or gram negative, and why gram positive is stained purple in color, why not saffron in stain them? Kind of basic questions. So the three professors asked the 3 different questions. Like one asked, can you name any enzyme which is not protein? Then I said ribosome, I said RNA. Okay, I said it's good. So like
Mm.
these kind of tricky questions they ask in
So
the
there
basic
are also
interview.
tricky
Only the
questions to check your basics, right? Okay.
yeah, that's good. I mean, you need to be alert at that time.
Mm. Okay, nice.
There's nothing much
So
from
after
here.
written, there were 2 rounds of interview. One was
Yeah.
basic round, and so how was the last round of interview?
The second round interview consists is happening was happening on conference room.
Okay.
And each and every faculty or each and everyone was there in that room. Everyone. So after the first round interview, we will be given a sheet in which you have to write your preferences. The first preference, second preference, third preference. So when you enter that room, you will be seeing around 20 to 22 faculty sitting over there.
Okay.
According to your preference, the scientist will ask you questions. So my preference was microbiology. So there were three professors of microbiology, and in that preference also you can give the preference of your the professors. So if you give the preference like microbiology, anyone from these three can ask you questions.
Okay.
So on my left there was two professors. They asked me the questions first, but they were not my first preference. My first preference was asked me the question at last.
Okay.
So they asked me the questions like yeah.
What are the type of question basically we'll focus on?
They started with basic questions, same basic questions that where did you masters and why there was 1 year gap in your CV. I said I was working there, and after that why I was preparing for exams.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so have you qualified? Sir, I have qualified only GATE and TIFR. I'm trying for the JRF exam. That's okay. Then they asked about what are you working on. Then something basic questions like why a microbiome, why metagenomics, why not conventional methods, like these basic questions. Then the preference will ask you the guy who you choose as a preference will ask you the most of the questions. And he asked me about 4 to 5 questions over there. I answered them pretty well. My interview was very short period of time. I mean, everyone's interview was like 15 to 20 minutes, but mine was only 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I got a little bit worried. Why is so?
So interview duration does not signifies your result, right?
No.
Okay.
Yes, also the background. Yeah, that's why I always say the people of Odisha are always they have to work 2 times or 4 times harder.
Okay.
Because when I said when they asked me where are you from, I said OUT. Luckily, we have one faculty who has done his who is a veterinarian, who has done its BSc BSc veterinary in our OUT.
Okay.
Therefore, these guys know what OUT is.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you go anywhere else, nobody knows what OUT is, know what Utkal University is, anything. So for the people of student of Odisha, you have to work 4 times harder.
So the university doesn't have that ecosystem to get recognized yet, right?
Yeah. You the background matters a lot. Background matters a lot.
Scrutinizing in institute according to your interest, then following the steps which your desired lab PI told you, and following his method, you finally went through all those methods and finally made into the PhD program, right?
Yeah.
So when you joined then?
I joined at August 1.
So I think it's nearly a week.
1 week. Yeah.
So how was your experience there?
The campus is not pretty big, but it's decent.
Okay.
When I came, it's raining always.
Okay.
The weather here is very extreme. If you are in summer season, it's summer a lot. You can't bear that. If it's in the winter, it's winter. The cold is very high, and if you are rainy, it's always rainy. So the weather is always extreme over here.
Okay.
And
so one need to prepare yourself before.
Yeah. Prepare yourself. Anytime you come, you have to prepare. You have to be prepared.
Okay. So let's summarize for one who want to pursue PhD in India in one of the prestigious institute. So he or she has to clear one entrance exam. Then it's better if they are having some hands-on experience. Then following their interest, they can further decide they want to continue with PhD or not. And once decided, they can scrutinize according to their interest the labs which are pursuing those kind of work, right? And most important is having communication with PI, right?
Yeah.
That's really important. Okay, so that you will get noticed and eye from the crowd. So all those activities will help you to get into a PhD program in a digital lab, right? If I am not wrong.
Yeah.
Or anything else point you want to add?
I mean, the point I want to say is that this field of biology is very dynamic.
Okay.
It's always moving, so you can't just choose your future based on the today's research. You have to be 2 steps ahead.
Okay.
Like 1 year ago, the work of metagenomics was new to us or new to this particular country. Now, skipping this metagenomics, we have come into metabolomics, and also the now metatranscriptomics, metagenomics, and metabolomics both are combined to these three are combined to study a property or a particular microbe or anything else. So you have to be updated. You have to be 2 steps ahead, and the kind of research you want to do, you have to. It has always to be translational. I mean, anything you do just not need to be in pen or paper. It has to come down to the practical applications. Then
Real
only you
life
will be
applications.
recognized. Yeah, and because that will help you to go to the next further steps, like going to any industries after PhD or any postdoc. That will only help you. And yes, the PhD is not about doing the PhD. You have to learn a lot. If you're joining any good institution, try to learn anything you can. Not only confined to your lab, but other lab also. Visit them, talk to them. Anything you want to learn, spend this 5 years to learn anything you can learn.
So that you can get some new ideas or can find some collaborative
Yeah,
ideas,
yeah.
right?
Because after PhD, you might get a chance to learn your lab too. So I mean, you can independently run a project, something like that. You'll be self-sufficient to learn or do something.
Okay, that's a really great advice. And I would also request those who further want to have more information, they can connect to Biases through LinkedIn ID, and he will help you in getting your desired PhD position if you are really interested in. So yeah, so let's wrap up this video here. Thank you, Biases, for joining, and I hope all the best for your PhD program, right?